live. See if this works. If this dies, sit tight. I will change networks and it'll come back on. It takes a minute or so. Once you're on here, leave a comment. Let us know that you are here. We can take a look at whatever equipment that you would like to see closer here. There is orange single point slings. I don't know if you guys have seen those. Shotgun rigs, 8 mag stacked, split front chest rigs, NSW chest rigs, vehicle med bags, 308 micros, covert packs, BBD double wide crossbodies. Padded suspender sets. Behind there are AK M4 micros in multicam and woodland. More 12 gauge rigs. These are all left hand rigs, as are all those. We have OD black day packs. I have woodland day packs. All right, are we back? Are we back up? There we go. All right. What was the last thing you heard? There's some triple pistols. These are some 26-inch rifle cases. Those will be going up. Tiger Stripe Super Kit. Those will be going up on quick ship. Medium clothes bags in splatter. Rallyman subloads in multicam starting to come off the line. There's some pistol cards. Those are multitaskers down there. Some more thermocell pouches finishing up. Mystery 9. You're back. What's up, guys? How is everyone? We moved the first cages and the first animals into the snake building. That is completely done for the most part. We got 4 outside lights to be put up, and then we'll be ready for final inspection. All of these stack of cages are gone. All of the big cages are gone, except for that one dude right there. We will move him. Everything out here is gone, and everything but this poor lonely boa. All the other animals are out in the other building, all the big ones anyways. I think the solar flare is fucking with everyone's internet. Maybe. That's not my problem though. My problem is the internet inside here. Never used to do it, and it only seems to do it really on this iPad. Scott Whitner, what's up? What backpack works with the rifleman kit? Any day pack, covert pack, Alice pack, and that's dependent on you also and how you have your equipment set up. Is this my workshop? It is, yeah. This is my garage out here, and that is my SOE shop in there. And that's my living room museum up top there. Mini kit bag orders started ship. Yes, tons of mini. You guys, there's over 2,000 of them. We ran the promo twice. Can anybody on here verify that you have received your mini kit bags? Just type mini kit bag, please, if you've received any orders or got shipping for mini kit bags. We've shipped hundreds of them. Air traffic control. About to miss my 3rd paycheck. Good for a couple months. Any advice? Well, what else can you do? Let's say air traffic does not come back. It is said that the Democrats have been heard speaking until airplanes start falling out of the air, we're not reopening the government. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. What have you always wanted to do when you were done being an air traffic controller? I have no concept of what that pays. I also have no concept of what that job could lateral into. Brown Man mini kit you got. Tom got his mini kit. Brandon got his mini kit. Kevin got a mini kit. Zio got a mini kit. James Young, what's up, buddy? Joshua Winnie got a mini kit. Hey, Josh, what's up? Got an invoice today, Brandon. What does that mean, an invoice? Air traffic controller. Need to order a business card or wallet. We've got some. Audio is intermittent. Anybody else having audio issues? Anybody? I have it set up. Where did that go? William 5x5, Josh 5x5, Jennifer Lowe, what's up, Sky? We were fucking with your picture today. The frame came apart. Would it surprise you to hear about a driver shouting Allah Akbar before plowing his car into a crowd? And I would not. That seems to be much more common. It seems to be almost a daily occurrence that it's actually even being reported on. So I would assume there are many, many more incidents on a daily basis that are not being spoken about. I have it set up the way Scully demonstrated, with the butt pack mounted high on the belt. Okay, so depending on the length of the backpack and the length of your torso, you might have to lower it lower on the belt to not interfere with the backpack. Now, with that said, you might like it higher on the belt so it actually supports somewhat the weight of the backpack. And you will also find running without a backpack, you're going to totally stuff that butt pack. And then when you put a day pack on or a backpack, you're going to download the butt pack and strap some of it underneath or put it in or on the backpack, if that makes sense to you. Chuck, what's up? Not you, but I still can't hear the wife of Glenn Young. After seeing the candidate that won New York, we're absolutely in early stages of civil war. I believe that. I do believe that. And I don't even know about early stages. It just hasn't been declared, right? We were in civil war for a year or so, but we were never told that until a decade or century later when the history books were authored. Sorry, tracking for yet another SOE or right on. I don't like flying. Yeah, but it's necessary for some people for sure, man. And I definitely feel for the dudes that are not getting paid currently. Will a backpack with padded waist strap work with the jungle kit? Yeah, you're just gonna have to raise where you put that waist strap and loosen it up probably. Kit bag in Woodland and multi-camo. Are they available currently? Maybe. If you're going to order them and they have to ship tomorrow, I would tell you don't order it. Need to make the thermocell pouches in orange so it's not easily lost in the woods. Well, WebDad, I will totally do that for you. Just order one in Woodland or Multicam. Put in notes that you would like it in orange, and we will do a batch of 6 or 12 in orange. Yellow snake, yeah, that's a big snake. That's a 16-foot snake. Radio Made Easy, what's up? The building, the snake room is complete, and we put animals in there today. We had it to 85 degrees in there tonight. I'm in DC. I asked a lady working at the park for a brochure in a booth she was working in, and she said, I can't give you one because of government shutdown. Isn't that some shit? That bitch is there and won't hand you a fucking sheet of paper over some petty bullshit. Then why the fuck is she there? Got shipping on my thermocell in like 6. I didn't even know you ordered a thermocell. Thank you for the order, man. We were talking about you today. Brandel didn't believe that you ever had any tattoos. I said Brandle's not my painted friend. I have a friend with more tattoos than Brandle. He didn't believe me. I've used my large clothes bag every day for a week. I wish I would have ordered one years ago. It's so useful. It is. It absolutely is. And I have more of them. All our national parks are closed. Yeah, but you can still go there. Like people are there. Just don't get eaten by a bear. Because there's a bear over there. Could anybody tell Kevin Timmer if they feel like the thermocells work? I think they work. Waiting on mini kit, but I'm cool with it because I ordered a custom item. What's the custom item? This shit right here was all laser cut today. This shit right here was not laser cut, and it is has some issues. New guy cut. The first day packs cut. The pattern system, everything is in the computer, and the first day pack was cut on the laser today. It is right here, as a matter of fact. They locked the gates. Oh, interesting. This is the first day pack that is laser cut. Obscura. Pretty neat pattern. I'm waiting for mini kit. I never used a thermostat. Okay, we've done them. Paul, where the fuck have you been, dude? What is up? How is Paul Bennett, man? I've asked about you several times here. Large mesh pouch, multicam black, hot pink thread. Oh yeah, that's probably what's holding. That obscura pattern is nasty. I like it. I'm a fan. We might have to bring in some rolls of it. I've only got several yards of it. Do they still make the Raid? They do. We couldn't get it last time we ordered it. Last time we ordered it, they could not ship it to us. We couldn't get Tropic. We couldn't get Raid. I don't think they shipped Mandrake. We ordered a ton of shit, and a lot of it did not come. What is the thermocell for? Oh, dude, it's Brandon, the thermocell. Let me get one and show you. The thermocell is an item that takes a couple batteries, and it has, does it take batteries? It does take, no, maybe it doesn't take batteries. It has a butane burner, basically, that you can touch. It's not even hot to the touch. And there's a card that slides in front of the vent, basically, and it creates a gas. And where is the thermocell? And it's for mosquitoes, man. It keeps mosquitoes at bay. It makes this big, invisible cloud, which is probably not good for you, but it's not bad enough that they've stopped selling them. Just it. There we go. Turn around. So it's got a sparker. And ooh. It has this, which I believe you can reload this. I believe you also can just buy them loaded. Off, on, spark, and then there's a cardboard card that tension fits in across here. And this has a small amount burner, and it creates a gas. And like a monkey fucking a football. And it burns sideways, upside down, whatever. Alaskans and Canadians swear by them. Yeah, they work here. I mean, I've seen guys using them out hunting and stuff, and I guess it doesn't seem to affect the game animals at all? Web Dad, we will build some up, man. I'm gonna load mine with essential oils. You should. Everybody knows that essential oils they cure all problems except virginity. They will restore virginity. Big Worm, what's up? Custom ordered at Red Pill. John, would you ever do a run of 3/8 survival backpacks, multicam black and purple? Talk to Brandon. I assume you're Phil, right? Yeah, talk to Brandon. We do them. Brandon has one, right? I built one for Brandon. If you use bacon grease, it repels vegans and Muslims. I would just have a really big dog. They don't like those either, right? And then just smear bacon grease all over the dog. Bacon support animal, pork support swine animal. The new YouTube update won't show links. Yeah, it will not. They are trying to make it so you cannot leave platform. They're fucking dudes up for putting links in their descriptions now, apparently. And they want you to use YouTube shopping to keep your customers on platform. They will not link my YouTube to my store. They don't like any of the stuff that we build. Her thermocell turns the frogs gay. It might be. Load with lavender. Cure the world of all affliction. That's right. Paul Bennett, you're in Arizona. What are you doing in Arizona? I've used Thermocell Lantern a couple times. They seem to work well. Same concept as the portable. Yeah, there's a bigger tabletop version of it. There's also Coleman, I believe it's Coleman, makes a big mosquito thing that sits on a barbecue tank, and it's supposed to keep mosquitoes out of an entire acre. Looking for a job. Right on, Paul. What kind of work are you looking for, man? Truck driver still? Should we send millions to Uganda to support LGBT and make AOC get back to work? No, I think we should send AOC there. I think you should send all of those liberal fucking whack job cunts and all the crazy LGBT tranny motherfuckers. I think you should send them to Middle Eastern countries and be rid of them once and for all. I think I think anybody who is in politics and doesn't like the United States government should be fucking sent outside of the United States, because you shouldn't be a fucking politician. And a politician should not be somebody who wants to be. You should not be able to make any money while you're a fucking politician. When you come out of serving as a politician, your bank account should be right where the fuck it is right now. There shouldn't be any fucking profit from that. And really, if you don't fucking pay taxes, if you're not a fucking working human being, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. If you're on any kind of government fucking entitlements like that, and why are we calling it, they're not entitled to shit. They've not earned a fucking thing. But if you're getting any of those entitlements, you should not be able to vote. We're going to pay for your fucking kids. We pay for one. You have a second one, you're mandatorily sterilized if we assist you. You don't want assistance? Stay sterile, keep making babies. But if the government pays for one of your fucking kids and you show up with a second one and you want that support also, if you want assistance with that, then you fucking are sterilized. You are removed from the fucking gene pool. That's what I believe. I don't think that you should be able to vote if you don't own fucking real property. I think we should go right back how that shit was. As soon as we let women wear bras and fucking vote, everything went to shit. Most accidents are women drivers. I do believe that, but I don't think that has a bearing on it. But I do believe those things. But I do believe everything I said prior to the women shit.
I was going to say, don't forget that a woman drives you around.
A woman drives me around because she doesn't want to drive. I'm 100% capable of fucking driving. And if we're going to say that bullshit, let's make it very fucking clear that I ask you all the time, would you like me to drive? I drive just fine without you in the car. I'm okay with tax dollars to send people who renounce their citizenship. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he offered to buy them tickets. Would you like a ticket to wherever the fuck you're going? We'll pay for it. I'll even fund it. I'll even help fund some of that shit. Heard anything about Sudan? I'm sure the world is going. I don't know about Sudan. I'm okay with tax. And they all make millions and act like they run everything. And they won't run a motherfucking thing, right? Soon as we're back in charge. Well, motherfuckers, you're back in charge. You're not doing a fucking thing. The fucking Democrats do all kinds of crazy shit, and the Republicans don't do fucking anything. Steer clear of women in Nissan Altimas. Are you being racist? That sounds racist. Racist. Arrgh. Send the liberals to Israel. They can be best friends. Yeah, I mean, Israel should have no fucking say in anything that happens in the United States. And really, I believe Israel could handle that shit. We don't want it handled. Israel, let them use their Samson option. Let's see what a fucking real nuke does, right? Let's see what that motherfucker looks like. Billy Magnum, what's up? Thank you for posting the one-offs tonight. Corey, did you get something cool, man? Heard anything about Sudan? Preach, repeal the 19th. Okay, tax dollars, and then make millions and act. Yep. New shirt. Love the 6M. No, this is an old shirt, actually. Several months ago. You can probably still get it. Is the fluffer still a cop? I believe when the fluffer told me every day, you can never fire me, I'm never leaving. So I started to actually believe that. And then he was like fucking super off. He was fucking up all kinds for months, fucking shit up. And for the last couple weeks, it was to the point where, like, what the fuck is going on with you? And then out of the blue one night, he's like, I got to take off and take my police. I go, look, man, let's just end this right now. All I hear about is all this great shit you're going to do, and you're not doing fucking any of it. And I am allowing you to remain here and be dormant. So let's cut ties right now. You go do whatever it is you're going to do. Go fucking build your greatness. You can never come back here. And that was the last that we've spoken. He messaged one time. He's like, can I come get some police equipment? And I ignored him. You can go do your thing and build whatever you're going to be. My understanding that he is a deputy sheriff. His father is a deputy sheriff also. I don't know what that means. Here in this town, my understanding is that you can work as a deputy sheriff, but you have to be with a FTO, I think, for 1 year. You can operate as a deputy sheriff without going to the academy. They might have gone to the academy. I have no idea. I've had no communication at all. And I intend for that to remain for quite some time. Like when I'm friends with people, I say I'm a shitty friend. I'm friends with people when they come here. If you come here to work for me and I know you and that's how we become friendly, when you cease to work here, I don't need to know anything about people in your life that I don't know about. There is a wall right there. I cut that off. I know you because of SOE. When you no longer are part of SOE or we don't do business in some capacity, I have no bandwidth for that. So I wish him luck. I have no time for anything on that side that involves somebody who has worked here in the past, the only reason I knew them was because of that, if that makes sense. Mm. You can only know, it is said you can only really know 120 people in your life. And that's like, know them, know their phone number, know things about people in their families. I don't need to know shit about other people that don't involve me. And when I hear those things, all it does is push something out that isn't important to me. The real answer is I don't fucking care. And if people did that, they would be way further in their lives with what they are doing. But think about it. How many times do your friend from high school or college is in town. Hey, can we hang out? What do? All they do is data dump you on a bunch of shit that fucking adds nothing to you. They don't have opportunities for you. They're not seeking an opportunity from you. It does nothing. You just sit around and bullshit, and if they're there for the weekend, you spend a weekend that you've lost your fucking that weekend of your life. You can never get it back, and you know some shit about somebody you're not going to see for another 4 or 5 years, and they told you about a bunch of people that you're never going to meet that have no bearing in your life. If I haven't spent time with you within the last year, I'm not coming to your funeral, I'm not coming to your wedding, I'm not coming to your fucking anniversary, I'm not coming to your holidays. The older I get, the less people I absolutely. And it takes 90 days to know a person, right? You might really think highly of somebody, but 90 days, like you still don't, and even at 6 months you might not know them. Like the people that have done the most damage in my life are people that I poured the most time, effort, money, fucking the biggest investments I've had in people are the people who have done the worst damage in my life. I never ever asked for a second chance, so I never offer them. Own your absolutely. How's life? My life's good, Adam. My life's good. I put little glimpses of it up on social media. 50 Cent offered that Mandotti cash and one-way TI. I saw that, man. I love 50 Cent's post. Do you think making a micro chest rig built for pistol with mags will ever be something you'll build? We used to build it. We used to actually do a zippered mesh vest that had a holster and magazine pouches. Right now, you can get a subgun micro. Our subgun micro has a utility pocket right here. Will hold a pistol. You can put a pistol right in there, cross draw, with a Velcro adjustable holster, or you can take a proper Kydex holster and Velcro that thing and lock it right in that pouch with that flap. You don't like the flap? Fucking cut the flap off, remove the flap, tuck it inside, whatever you got to do. It'll hold 4 pistol mags, high capacity pistol mags, like 33 rounders, 24 rounders, whatever. And if you want to just put normal ass pistol mags in there, put something in the bottom to bump those pistol mags up a little. You can totally do it. Am I going to build one? You're literally the first person that has asked for that in probably 25 years. It's been 25 years since we did a pistol LBV or pistol, rig like that. Just got a Pals Micro built. Yeah, you could totally get a Pals Micro and do it. You absolutely could. Yeah, Pals Micro would totally do that. I never have asked for a second. Okay, I think we've read all these. AOC only wants 4.2 million dedicated for LGBT Ugandans. Well, that's awesome. I mean, she should give it to them out of her money. What's her stock portfolio looking like currently? I'm sure she can fund that. That's just it. Motherfuckers want to spend other people's money when they are not willing to put any of their own money in. If she put up $2 million, she should easily be able to crowdfund another $2 million. Put your fucking money where your fucking mouth is. Next up, padded harness. You're going to get a padded harness. I currently have them right now and can ship them to you in Woodland or Multicam. Now is a great time to get a padded harness. A padded suspender set, I should say. If you're talking about a padded H harness for an LBV for a subgun, if you order it tonight, we build it tomorrow typically. They ship within a day or two. Hey, I'm in town for the weekend. Me. Hell yeah, I'm forming and pouring concrete this weekend. Come on through. Yep, that's a good point, man. I have a lot of furniture I need to move upstairs. How many people are with you? Because my shoulder really hurts. So that's good you guys are here, because you motherfuckers can move this refrigerator I need put in the snake trailer. I keep saying trailer. It's actually a really nice building. It is not a trailer. The snake building is complete. I'll put some short video up tonight of it. I've been putting pictures and video up on SOE Reptiles on Instagram and YouTube. We put the first cages. There's probably 20 or 30 cages and snakes in there right now. We fired the mini split. Well, they fired the mini split when they had it running AC, but since they've been doing sawdust and paint, it's all been taped up. So for the first time today, we put the mini split on heat, and it will get to 88 degrees in the building. Now, when it's 27 on Monday, we'll see what it'll actually achieve. But currently, it is 85 degrees in that building right now. Nice to have all the space back. It is. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Cody, I was like, I really want a workshop. I'd like to have a workshop. And Cody's like, we should clear the lean-to out and use that for metal and stuff like that. Because we do. We have a lean-to that's every bit as big as the garage. It's probably a third the size of the garage, but it's the full length of the garage. So it's probably 20 feet by, I don't know, 65 feet, something like that. But I've always wanted, like, I don't even like woodworking. I've always wanted a shop though that had all my tools and shit in it in one place. And Cody's like, yeah, then we'd have the garage back. I'm like, yeah, then we could have a fucking gym 3 times the size as we have. He's like, oh, I just thought we'd use it for a garage. I go, what does that mean? He goes, I just want to do oil changes, not on the gravel. Are snakes sensitive to low humidity? Some of them are, some of them are not. High humidity will actually fuck up some snakes. What does my shirt say? Sic semper tyrannis. Death thus to tyrants. It means death to tyrants. Posted a picture on SOE Patreon chat of a deer leg caught in a highway right off the fence. The rest of the deer was gone. Shitty way to go. Wonder what happened to him. Did something eat the rest of the deer, or its leg got cut off and took off? Charles Wilson, what's up, man? You need a 4-post lift. Yeah, the original plan was always 3 4-post lift on that short side where the wall pitches down. 3 double stacker lifts right there. A workbench with a compound miter saw. Yeah, and I have a compound miter saw. I have a couple of them. And I have a big metal table saw. Like, I have proper tools. They're just always someplace where I shouldn't, it's not, I'd have sawdust everywhere. You have the same shirt on? I dug a shirt out underneath a pile the other day and walked out here, and Amanda had the same fucking shirt on. She's like, how did we end up wearing the same shirt? And it was an old shirt, too. Do I need to get the padded H harness in order to use the butt pack properly? Depends what you're trying to do with it, Corey. If you're wanting to do like a rifleman's kit, you need the padded suspender set. And if you're wanting to run the butt pack on a belt with mag pouches all around, the padded suspender set is the better way to do that, because it does have the upper attachment points to clip into the top back of the butt pack. Or you could run one of our LBVs, which also has those. An organized tool shed would be bitching. It would be. I would lock that motherfucker up and nobody'd be able to go in there. There really is nothing like an organized tool shed with 2 padlocks and a fully wraparound chain and claymore. Exactly what I'm saying. Brandel, what's up? We're talking about the tool shed. I like they're taking these shipping containers, spacing them out about 20 feet and putting trusses and roofs over them. And then you take the shipping container and they're making, framed inside, cutting the steel out of the sides. And then they use winches or hoists, and the side of the shipping container flips up. So it's a massive awning also. My boxes are all 9.5, so they're high bay boxes. And you could even double stack them and do 2 layers or whatever you want. But I like that. Then you have like a covered area in the middle with gravel for working on dirty shit or whatever, but then you step into the shipping container. And we could have it open both sides, so cross ventilation or, whatever. We would never lose a tool again. Brandel was saying, he's like, this is the only place I've been where it actually is faster to buy a new tool than to go look for it. Like, I have a dozen, like, complete tool sets. I'd be hard-pressed to find 2 of them at any given time. I spent more time looking for shit that I need for a task than actually doing the task. Like, I walked all over the place to get tools for this dude yesterday, and finally I just got the 4-wheeler. It probably saved me a half a mile of walking through the day. That's what I want when I eventually get yeah. Nice DeWalt compound miter saw, portable stand. I have it. I have the DeWalt track, the tracks that all those tools mount on. And then I have a Cobalt compound miter saw that shifts, rotates, does everything, has a laser on it. Really nice, really nice. And it mounts, because it uses those Cobalt, the DeWalt feet on there, it mounts right on and snaps on that track. They're great. I've used them in a lot of videos I've made. My SOE shirts have held up very well to daily use and laundry, way better than my grunt style. I don't know why that would be. I don't know what they use for their blanks, Edgy. If you want your shirts to last longer, including mine, wash them cold and then don't dry them in the dryer. You can spin them in the dryer to get the water out, and then I air hang them. Amanda hangs them on a rack and then just has a fan blow in front of them. And don't do that outside. When you hang dry your clothes outside, a lot of people don't realize you stink. And people don't know that because they're just so accustomed to it. But you get around people and you're like, why does this motherfucker smell like mold all the time? Because there's mold. When you hang dry your clothes, you get spores on your clothes. And when you wash, like if you do your laundry in the morning and come home late at night and dry your clothes that have been sitting in the laundry all day, they have mold in them and they stink. You might not know it. Ask somebody around you, do I stink? You might be surprised that you fucking do. We have people work all the time and they smell like fucking mold because they leave their clothes damp, or they take them out of the washing machine and they're still a little damp. They smell like mold. John, I just helped my daughter buy a homestead, 64, no fresh water source. First of all, that's fucking awesome, Edgy. What's on the property? 64 acres is a nice chunk of land. No fresh water source. Can we drill a well? Water catchment. Are there any structures? Any structure can massively fill tanks of water rather quickly. If there's not, I smell like Stallone smells because you lift those fake weights all the time and pretend they're heavy. Any structure, if we don't have anything to capture water, we need to build a lean-to. It can be a pitched roof or a slant roof, either way. Run it into gutters, run the gutters into IBC totes are inexpensive. You can get 250, 350 gallon IBC totes. You can run them in series. You can use 55 gallon drums if you already have them. Water tanks, you can get a water tank anywhere from 500 gallons to 5,000 gallons. You could have it run into, like my rabbit shed runs into a 1,500 gallon tank, and then we have a hole as an outlet at the top, so it fills that 1,500 and then it runs into a pond. You can just dig a hole. It will hold water typically, depending where. And then you can use that water. That's not fresh potable water because there'll be animals and dirt and shit, but you can use that to move anywhere downhill on the property or uphill with a pump. And now you can use that to water your animals, feed your, like water your garden, feed other shit. We can also filter it if we have to, but water catchment is definitely doable. What state is that in? You get rain there? 50 acres, pasture on a mountain plateau. I'm sure you get rain then. Swales, yeah, you can ping pong back and forth with swales. We did a short video today walking the property, talking about some dirt work that I intend to have done, and just talking about the swales and stuff on video today. It's probably about a 30-minute video. It's terraced, and there's a winter flume that drains off of a granite terrace. Just got to get containers. So containers are easy, bud. You can get them off Marketplace. They're everywhere. I see a lot of like 500 and 1,000 gallon stainless steel tanks that comes from the milk industry. I see a lot of those. Plastic costs less. You can put water in anything. Now, we obviously don't want anything that had a toxic chemical in it. I don't know that I believe a lot of people when they're like, these are food grade, triple rinsed IBC totes. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. How the fuck would you ever know though? If you get IBC totes, if you have like a cereal plant or a food plant around you, or they do like syrup for peaches, they'll have the placard on there. You'll know what was on there. Anything that says molasses or sorghum or any kind of grape juice, you know, shit like that, you'll then know what was in them. Or make a relationship with somebody that you kind of feel like you can trust. I hang my laundry on a laundry line in the sun. Right on. You probably stink. Dano, evening, what's up? And when the power goes out and everybody stinks, we don't give a shit about that. But a lot of people don't realize that They live in a manner. When they get around people that don't live that way, you have an odor. When you get around homestead people, a lot of them fucking stink. I'd buy an SOE infidel shirt. I think we did one forever ago. Would be badass. Had pig and bacon and I like it. I like it. And big dogs. That's because laundromats are expensive now. People ain't drying their clothes enough. Probably not. Probably not. And I mean, if it works for you, by all means, like, do your thing. Just be aware that you might be missing some opportunities because of that. If you leave your laundry in the washing machine overnight too long, it will smell like mold. Take it out ASAP and open the washing machine door. Got it. The 50 acres is fucking super cool, Edgy. You still smell like Stallone. Back to the fake weights. That's amazing advice. There's a cereal plant at the foot of the mountain. Try it out, man. They might say no. Ask someone else. Like when you don't get the answer you want, you ask it enough times, there's a good chance you might. Or you get a restraining order. Do you have any black multicam aprons? I have multicam black with orange thread right now. Also clean your washing machines. Don't really have anything to talk about. Well, aviation. Talk about who washes your clothes, aviation. Do you wash it or do your mom wash it? How many people on here have a washer and dryer at their house versus has to go someplace? Most people that go to a laundromat, you're around people that are like really put you at risk at a laundromat. I get free chemical contaminated IBC toots from work. So do I. I keep 10 specifically with tops cut off, ready to move into position to fill with dirt and make HESCO walls. Perfect. That's a good idea, Zio. Keep in mind when you use rock for HESCO, you get a lot of shrapnel. So if you can use smaller gravel or sand, and then as far as contaminated IBC totes, you should be storing all your used motor oil. You can use that to burn, and it starts fires wonderfully. Barrel fires and, fucking outdoor fires and shit. You can take and just drip onto a metal plate in a burner. It's called an oil burner. It's like a wood stove. You can convert a wood stove easily to an oil burner. And it's on a 55-gallon drum. You could run it all winter long off of that. Just drip, drip, and it makes a ton of heat. But you should save all that old oil. Did you hear about the plane? I did hear about the plane crash. Terrible. And the death toll keeps going up. When I was in D.C. today, the liberals were having a no fascist march on the monument. There were like 200 white liberals with signs and megaphones that said Trump needs to go now. Interesting. Not a job amongst them. Who pays those people? How do they live? We can just take scoops with the tractor loader for the pasture to fill. Perfect. Just have a plan for it. Try it also, right? Get you some sandbags. They're inexpensive when you don't need them. You can get a pallet. You can buy them at Home Depot. You can buy them Lowe's. Get you some sandbags. And this weekend, you and the kids or you and some friends have a barbecue or whatever. Fill some sandbags. Try it before you need it. Know how you're going to fill them, how you're going to tie them off. Just know ahead of time the differences with sand versus pasture sand, how it goes in there, how you're going to fill them, right? Is one guy going to hold them and one guy's going to shovel, or are you going to put them in with a road cone? Because you're not putting pasture dirt through a road cone into a sandbag, but sand you can and gravel you can, right? So just try those things and be cognizant of it before you actually ever have to use it. They're all over 50 years old. Yeah, and I bet you they're getting fucking government money. I bought an LG washer and dryer last year. You're right. When you stay, they do not build them like they used to. There are some great YouTube and Instagram channels, and all they do is buy up 50s and 60s washer machine. There is also a washing machine that you can still buy. Nobody talks about it. It's an exact copy of a Speed Queen. It's all white. No fancy features, top loader. They run for 20 years, 30 years, and they cost like $150, $200. I cannot remember the name of them. I just watched a whole video on these things. You can probably find one on Marketplace. There's some amazing refrigerators out there, and it's a trip, right? These refrigerators from the 50s actually take less electricity than our current Energy Star rated refrigerators take. They're metal. The way the compressor runs, when it gets to temperature, the refrigerator actually cuts itself off when it achieves temperature, so it doesn't sit there and just dwell. But some of these, just look up old refrigerator on Instagram, you'll find the accounts. Just type some of that shit in, you will find these appliances available. They have real glass drawers, real metal drawers. They have bearings, they have a Lazy Susan. They're amazing. My mom has a 50s fridge in the laundry room as a back. Yeah, you buy a new fridge right now and just plug it in your kitchen. That motherfucker won't run for 3 years. They'll literally fail in 3 years. We bought Samsung refrigerators, $3,500 refrigerators. We went through 3 of those motherfuckers in under 10 years. Just back to back to back. Also, old appliances look so much, they are cool too, aren't they? They look like they belong in old Germany. I talked to the lady at J&W Army, that's the owner, today, who spoke to a pilot. He said it was loaded with 3 times the amount of fuel. Yeah, that seems weird, doesn't it? I did hear Bear say, you know, we've had all these FedEx and DHL planes crash. He said that there were bombs aboard them. I didn't catch where or who was saying that, but they're saying, and I believe he said that it's being reported that some of those packages are coming from Russia. But FedEx is moving in the air, the planes blow up, and they are saying that a lot of these planes have packages that have IEDs or incendiaries in them. Our refrigerator was purchased by a landlord, brand new, before we moved in. That thing causes problems there. Of course, absolutely, man. They are not made to survive any longer. I'm curious to see how much enough solar to run a couple of deep freezers will cost. Edgy, Tatty Digest probably has something that can help you calculate that. There's a bunch of dudes in the network, like you've met a bunch. AG1 Solar, reach out to them. They probably have something that can help you calculate that with your load also. But Tad, I want to say Tad's AG1's like largest affiliate account. I'll bet if you reached out to him, he could give you some advice. My mom has a 50s fridge. I got a Speed Queen wash and dryer for $100. That's what I'm talking about, man. Old stuff, appliances don't have all platinum. They do not. Either do their cars, man. Go find you an old-ass car without the electronics that they can't turn off through GPS location or OnStar. That motherfucker's still made of metal. You see a lot of old 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s cars, old trucks running around, completely refurbished. They got fuel injection in them, man. They put fucking computers in them. You think there's any correlation with the layoffs? Give me some more words on that. What do you mean? 1999 Tacoma, yeah, still running on a carburetor even. I have Kenmore from the 90s, still runs good, nice. Battery storage, been wanting that. Yeah, that's what you need with the solar. Did you see the truck that blew up in the Bronx? Injured 5. Firefighters and bomb squad was called in. They don't make it one day. And the problem, like Bear was saying earlier, I heard him say, like, everybody's like, good, New York got what they asked for, right? Let's see what happens. Well, the problem with that is that's a sanctuary city. They're going to welcome those terrorists in. And who's coming in there, right? Like he said, defund the police, welcome Muslims, the police are homophobe, and disarm all the citizens. He just said, terrorists, welcome. Come on, come in. We'll harbor you. That's a gateway to the other states. Old stuff had nice shapes and the colors, and now things are square. You're right, man. You're right. It is very, what they call that, brutal architecture, the Russian type stuff. My first apartment had an old fridge from the 50s with the locking. Yeah, those locking doors are neat, man. They're neat. What'd you, Sky, what'd you get over there at the surplus store, man? Used motor soaked logs are great for camping when made into kindle and between working on cars and being in a warehouse every 3 days. I'm doing laundry. Got it, man. Yeah, you can take kerosene too and mix it with old motor oil and put it on wood, and that will burn great also. It'll also work for preservatives, right? Anytime you're putting wood into the ground, come from above the ground with a really long drill bit and drill in at an angle, and you can fill that channel, you can fill that hole with that kerosene motor oil combination, and it will wick down into the wood and it will preserve that wood. It'll triple the time. A lot of people aren't aware of it. A lot of power poles, wooden power poles that are in the ground have that. And they come through every year or so and they pour that down in there and put a plug back in there. You can also use it as a dead drop if anybody knows that it's there, right? The people you want to know. Not a fucking bomb. Like, don't they look at the items? The engine on the UPS plant blew up. Yeah, apparently it like removed from the plane completely. USPS planes and large-scale UPS layoffs tied together. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. It wasn't just UPS, though. Like, FedEx laid 35,000 off. UPS laid 35. Why is it 35,000? I keep hearing that number. That's kind of weird. Bill Gates jumped off the climate crisis. Yeah, it wasn't working anymore, was it? Tax write-up, maybe. Brutalist, that's it. Brutalist architecture is what they're calling Obama. It looks fucking terrible, man. It looks fucking horrible. I know other flights with engines blowing up the same. Yeah, stay off of fucking Boeing airplanes for sure. Grab some light fighter tents. Oh, how much were those? What color was both sides on those? And is it the light fighter or light fighter 2? Louisiana grocery stores are giving thousands of boxes of food to the welfare mamas to prevent riots. So there's some of that happening here. I don't think it's to prevent riots. I genuinely think it is like elderly folks and women that have kids. We don't have a lot of the stereotypical welfare type shit, but we do see people asking for food assistance. Now, I also see in a lot of those threads, somebody will be like, why don't you get a job? And then somebody will tell, oh my God, how dare you say that to this person? And they're like, well, I've been watching this lady post this same thing for over a year. She was posting in Dixon and in Waverly, and now she's posting in Camden. I just moved here recently with my 3 family members, and we are not getting our EBT, and, we need some assistance with food. Maybe they do. Maybe it's real. I don't know. But it's been going, it's the same. If you look at the history of them posting, it's not their first post usually. This has been a reoccurrence for many months. Now, there are people asking, and we've got friends that own food trucks, and he's like, hey, come by. We'll at least get you a meal. You're welcome to come by. Tell us, you saw this post, and we will get you a meal. We have people buying meals and prepaying them at restaurants, buying 20 meals. We have people that are got together and bought, 50 food boxes from grocery stores. All you have to do is show up and claim yours. Of course, some people will take advantage of it, but some of it's got to be real probably. Light Fighter, $100, Scully Friends discount in ACP. Right on. That's a SOE discount. My local grocery store has police standing by the front door for several days now. Interesting. I've not seen any of that, but I don't expect to see it out here. The invasion is happening right now before our eyes. John doesn't think they'll get far trying to spread the caliphate in Tennessee. Well, I don't think they have gotten far. They were building a mosque in Murfreesboro, and I knew somebody that lived close there, and when I asked him how that was going, he said the city government told them to cease building. They continued to build, and within a few days, all of their equipment had burnt to the ground overnight. I don't know who did it. I don't know if those two were tied together, but the mosque is on hold. SNAP gets shut off. DOD selling MREs. They've been selling MREs. They've been selling MREs for a long time. Scully's take on that, and same, that's what Bear said too, right? Old stock. They didn't do any training during COVID. So those warehouses were full, and that contract says every year new ones come in, so they're pushing out. If you look at they're still in date, but they are several years old. I'm gonna go to Walmart tomorrow to see how peaceful it is. It's probably pretty fucking peaceful. Your hood rats aren't in there. The invasion is happening. Good information to know about the kerosene. I'll have to add some to my storage. Absolutely, you should have kerosene anyways. Kerosene does not go bad. Have yourself a kerosene heater or two. I have never had good luck changing a wick. Anytime I've changed a wick, it's always smoked. So I would still use it in the garage, but I wouldn't use it in the living room. But you can buy, when you don't need a kerosene heater, you can buy one for about 140 bucks. When you really need one, you can't buy one. Everybody panic bought them. So have one in a box or two, and kerosene never goes bad. It doesn't ever go bad. As long as you store it and it doesn't spill on the ground, kerosene lasts forever. The food stamp program should be replaced by MR. Yeah, the food stamp program. How about this, guys? How about this? 40% of all money, or did I hear 60%? Let's say 40. 40% of all money that goes into soft drink companies comes via EBT. $24 billion spent on soft drink, sugar soda, comes from EBT. And I'd heard that number was actually higher. What I heard originally, I think from the White House, was 40 billion comes from lobbyists in through welfare to the soda. And if you added in candy, it was 52 billion. Pepsi owns chips and snacks. Absolutely they do. And they're all owned by Philip Morris. They're all owned, all those companies are all owned by the tobacco companies. Early 25, UPS had multi-billion investment by American Express. Today their stock was down at opening, and by close it had totally recovered. They just caused a mass aviation disaster. How? Would it surprise you to find out that they let or caused an accident to happen so that they could sell and then buy? Pepsi owns Frito. Not now, the soda pop with EBT in Indiana now. I'm not sure what you're saying, bud. I saw they're trying to have a 90-acre Islamic community in Texas. Yeah, Texas shut it down. Non-Muslim, 75% to live there. Yeah, Texas fucking shut it down, I believe. Surplus store here has military generators from 5 to 100 kilowatts and 6-cylinder Alice Chalmers diesel engines. That's nice, Kevin. Are they? So those are all on trailers or all on wheels mostly? Louisiana grocery stores are giving thousands of boxes of food. We read all those. I bought 2 kerosene heaters new in the box, $60 each in the summer for this winter. I'm in my shop, have to get kerosene in Brewston. Zachary, where are you at, buddy? Who are you? Have we met? If you're in Brewston, keep in mind too, guys, listening to this conversation that are not aware, when you see those torpedo-looking kerosene heaters, they have them for kerosene, they have them for diesel. Some of them are interchangeable. Those take power, okay? Those they blow out a massive like jet engine fire, and they heat super well. Like when we were in this building before there was any power in here, and it was freezing, snow and ice on the ground, we could heat the entire garage up with one of those. It takes a lot of fuel. It burns it rather quickly, a couple hours, but it requires electricity. That's the downfall to those. The round kerosene heaters, and they have some rectangle ones that push direction, but the round 360 ones, you can get them in white, you can get them in black. Those don't require any electricity. Now they take batteries to like ignite the glow thing, But you don't have to have that. You can light a stick or a long match, and you can just use a barbecue lighter. You don't have to have any electricity to run those. Are they going to restrict those items to only allow healthy options like so when Trump got in office, some states did that. If you look at Sarah Huckabee, who used to be his press secretary, I believe she's the governor of Arkansas. The day Trump got in office, she said, we are going to interview everybody on welfare. Everybody has to come in for a physical interview, and we are going to determine if you are able-bodied. You're going to have to work to continue to get any results. And she said, any truck driver coming across the Arkansas border, we're going to see if you can read and speak English. And if you cannot, you are not coming. We're going to arrest you right there. If you're one of these illegals coming through driving a truck, we're going to arrest you on site and impound your vehicle. She said a lot of shit like that. Now, I believe Congress said no more junk food through welfare. But when it actually got written and put out and dispersed, it was on state discretion. I work for UPS. Only 10% of the company's stock is sold outside the company, so the shareholders don't have any power over the company. Just rotated all my generator gas, filled the cars, went and filled cans with fresh gas. Do it quarterly. This time I added fuel stabilizer to make it good for 18 months. Right on. So next time you're looking for fuel stabilizer, Seafoam, Stabil, that's not the shit. You want Pride G for gas and Pride D for diesel. You can buy it off Amazon. You can buy it at Camping World. Look up the website. Watch some videos on it. That's what the government uses for all their continuity of government. They use it in military shit. Pride G, Pride D. And a gallon treats, man, I want to say it was 50,000. Let's say a gallon treats 5,000 gallons. Maybe that's what it is. OHP has been getting a ton of illegals on, I bet they have. Indiana is restricting the purchase of soft drinks and candy with SNAP benefits effective. Yeah, they're losing their minds over it. Camden, we haven't met. The 2 heaters I got were the round 3. Good for you, man. Good for you. We should meet sometime. Are they going to restrict those items? Got it. We read those. So how long have you been here, Zachary? How long have you lived here? Are you aware there's a Rural King right in Clarksville? Rural King's cool. If you go right up into Murray, there's another store there. It's a Rural King type store, Tractor Supply, bigger, different. And they had a lot of animals. They had a lot of live animals in there when none of the others had them, like just a few weeks ago. Pretty cool place. Yeah, Pride G's the shit if you're not familiar with it. It'll actually take fuel that will not run and make it run a lot of times. I just ordered 2 more dope kit bags from this gentleman. Thank you, David. Thank you for your order. We have people protesting here in Ohio because ICE is raiding the Mexican restaurants. Our Mexicans seem okay. Every Mexican person, Hispanic person I've met, I think it's because they're legally here, I would assume. We saw some great fucking Mexican people today. Had an hour-long conversation, stood face-to-face and talked to them. Did a little bit of business. I've lived here 15. Oh, got it, okay. I've been to Rural King in Martin a few times. Right on, Zachary. Cool. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. Everybody have a wonderful evening. We've got some content we shot today. I've got some content. I'll try to put some short stuff up tonight. John, are sheep still the most profitable animals to have? I don't know about profitable. Sheep are very easy to do, especially compared to goats. Now, why do I want sheep or goats or a cow or something, right? I want a ruminant because it eats that hay and processes that hay. You need something that's going to eat that seed, poop it out, and then kind of cloven hoof it in, right? Goats are rapists and terrorists. Anybody like, get a goat. Most people have never had a fucking goat telling you to get goats. And you can't have one. You got to have multiples. They're social animals. Sheep, on the other hand, hair sheep. You could do wool sheep if you want, but hair sheep are, you don't have to shear them, you don't have to dock the tail, you don't have fly strike. If you really want to know the math on these animals, Shepherdness, she's got a great YouTube channel. She's young, probably, I guess she's 21, 22 maybe, but she really has all the math. She's easy to listen to. She's got great graphics, and she has proof that she's done all the shit that she's talking about. She literally does ranching and farming and small scale agriculture. She's been out to Joel Salatin several times. She's done interviews with Nick Freitas, all those dudes. Greg Judy, just great all-in-one presentation. That's a good place to start. Shepherdness. Check her out if you're wanting to do any small scale ruminants like that. And then why are you doing them, right? That's the other question. I can't produce enough grass here to have cows, so we have sheep. Are there sheep? Oh yeah, absolutely a food source. Nicole sent me a photo of some dinner they were having the other night, and I go, I don't know what that is, but that looks a lot better than the bullshit you normally feed me. She goes, that's the sheep we processed at your place. I go, it looks fucking wonderful. That meat looks so good. And if you need them, they're around. You can find hair sheep, Edgy. If you want some really good stock, you can come here and get some from Doc Berry, the same place I got mine. We have a lady here also that does Dorper sheep. They're a little bit bigger. They look cool. They're like black and white. And you can mix them. Like I have St. Croix. You can do Dorper, St. Croix. There's a lot of different Katahdins. Return on investment sheep is better than a cow. I hear that all the time. I hear that. And they are a lot less destructive. And you don't have to vaccinate them. It's funny because a lot of these people backed ICE until it affected their favorite rest. Of course. Of course. Brother just got into CCW and wanted a bag to carry a pistol and shit for kids. Sent him to SOE and bought a... Oh, that's a great choice, Matt. Thank you for the recommendation, dude. I have double wide crossbodies right now in Woodland and OD Black. So if he ordered something other than that and it hasn't shipped, tell him to hit me up and we can see what we can ship to him quicker. Just no nasty mint sauce. I'm okay with the mint sauce. Like Josh made us, what's the mint sauce called? Chimichurri, right? Chimichurri. Josh, man, made us some. I never would have ate like lamb chops and stuff. Man, Josh made these lamb chops. Oh my God. I've still 10 years later, I've never had lamb chops. I buy them in hopes, and they're never as good as what Josh made. Going with the ducks over chickens for eggs. I have ducks, so I don't get duck eggs. My chickens, I think, eat the ducks. I have ducks. Chickens, I think, outperform ducks. And ducks go off, right? When chickens are still laying, ducks don't lay. Get them, but if you want a year-round supply of eggs, I'd tell you get chickens also. Chickens are just, they're easy, man. They don't destroy a water source either. If you got 20 eggs in a pen and your ducks can get out or fly over, they will wreck a pond in no time. They will literally destroy an entire pond. They'll turn it over. It'll be so full of nutrients that nothing will grow in there. He ordered black, but Woodland would make his world. I think I have Woodland. I think I can ship Woodland. It's probably good when someone like Josh makes. Everything's good when Josh made it. Like we ate the most minimal lunch that Josh ever made us was better than I'd go sit down, just Amanda and I, and we'd have a $500 dinner. And the food Josh made on a daily basis was better. And we went to, I would always search like the highest end places. Josh's food was better. It's amazing when you go to a high-end restaurant. Like I watched Josh. I learned a lot on how restaurants and kitchen works just from standing and watching Josh. He would always take the plates before he ever plated, and he'd put the plates on the stove to warm them up so that it didn't suck any of the temperature out of the food. And then when he would plate the food, he would wipe all the excess, any liquid or grease or anything off the plate. He would clean that plate so that when you got that, it was a perfect presentation. Josh made half chicken, and I always joked, I'm like, I'm not in prison. I don't have to eat chicken no more. I'm not homeless. I don't eat chicken. I can eat steak, right? And Josh made these half chickens. And when you bit in, it's a half of a chicken. And when you bit into this thing, the skin would crack in your mouth. It would crisp. It was crisp. It was so good. It was so amazing that when I went to our friend's restaurant, Ludlow and Prime in Nashville, I ordered half chicken. And when I got it, I was very disappointed with it. And it's because you have to plate it and give it to whoever's eating it. You have like a 2-3 minute window, and past that, that skin is no longer crisp. Because Josh's food, the leftover, we put it in the fridge. It was good, but never the same as when it was made. So I bought this chicken, and they waited until they served everybody else's plate. And it was so fucking lacking compared to what Josh made. Everything Josh did. Like, Josh made peanut butter. I joked about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But Josh would make peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and he would cut my crust off, and then he would use a Burns-O-Matic, right? It's a torch with a catalytic converter on a normal green propane torch, but it's got this catalytic converter, so it burns the excess gas so that whatever you burn doesn't taste like gas. And Josh always said, the difference between a really good meal and the absolute best meal, or a good meal and a great meal, is just 1% effort. It's just that extra 1%. And I think that holds true with everything. SOE sounding like a Michelin star joint. Well, Josh worked for Michelin star places. He did. I don't trust a skinny chef. Josh was fucking the best. I'm telling you, man. If you got anybody that came here and like, you want lunch? And like, no, I already ate. I'm like, trust me, bro. You want to eat a second time. And never did anybody leave here that wasn't like, that is the best food I've had in my entire fucking life. And we stood at a table, all of us elbow to elbow, and just ate in the kitchen. John ate Poverty Bird. I did. He ordered black woodland. Okay. All right, guys, we've done these. Josh, I love you, man. I miss you so much. Brandel and I were in the kitchen talking about you today. Everybody else, thanks for hanging out for a little while. I'm going to jump off of here. I got about 5 more minutes here. So last minute, the last conversation, last questions, statements, anything you want to see. We reset all the wireless networks in here. The speed test showed everything was good, but as you saw in the beginning of the video, as soon as I started moving, the video feed died, so I switched networks. So if you got any questions, anything you want to talk about, type them out right here. We got a few more minutes. That door's closed. Most of the snakes have been moved. They are out in the snake house now, which looks completely badass. If you haven't seen it, go look at some of my shorts. Looks fucking incredible. And the stall mats. If you guys are doing a building and you need a floor, while these stall mats cost $46 a piece, it's cheaper than most proper flooring is. And you cut it with a circular saw. It cuts just like plywood. It cuts so easy. NSW rig, what are those plastic buckles on the bottom of the spent mag for? Is it the tension smoke grenade loops? Plastic buckles? So the main boxes, are we talking about modular or the big NSW? The big one, those are 249 boxes. But the Velcro doesn't reach if you put an actual 200 round saw drum. So those plastic buckles are extenders to be able to clip that mag pouch closed if you are in fact running saw boxes, real saw boxes. Those remove, they are slotted buckles. They come off the pull tab up top and the buckle unlaces on the bottom, and you just stow them, and then you can run them, because you can put 6 M4 mags in each of those boxes also, or use them as dump pouches. They have cut through elastic lips. They've got the pussy lips in the lid, and then they have the Velcro flap that covers over the pussy lips. I don't think people have, we make videos, but guys just don't pay attention or watch everything. People have no idea the features that are in some of these. Just this rig with nothing on it. We've made videos for 20 years on this rig. And every time somebody hears a video on this rig, they're like, I had no idea. There's 100 features on this rig right here before you put any magazine or load storage on the rig. Just the platform. This thing does so much. And the NSW rig does more than this does. Just the features on board. I'm probably going to put this up on the quick ship at some point. This is a prototype for the helmet bag. I've got a couple more also. Some have the internal Velcro. This bag, this big bag here, I've got a few of these I will probably put up at some point. This is over a $500 bag, so just be aware. If that's you, that's what that bag costs. If that's not you, no hard feelings. I totally get it. Yeah, a lot of the videos are linked. Holds a canteen with a cup. Oh yeah, it'll absolutely hold a canteen. Plus some. You could put a 2-quart in there even. The helmet bag would be huge for a drone. I could put 10 of my drones in that bag. But you could put a big drone in there. Sure you could. We've got gummy bears and army men available, just packaged. I do have a lot of day packs right now. I don't know where they went. Amanda just made this today. It's kind of neat. How the fuck do I open this without cutting myself? Oh, it's very positive. Those detents are fucking really tight. This. She made some. These are battery storage. And this is a magazine. I think it holds 30 rounds, Cody said. I didn't count them. That fits everywhere the 30-round mags fit. And it holds, I think it holds 30 AAAs. Pretty neat. Cody doesn't think it fits in an AR. I did not see it tried. All right, guys, I'm out. Thanks for hanging out. See you guys tomorrow. I do have a deplorable bag right there. One of those ones with orange in it. A lined one.